There are ancient structures that still shine as if time has forgotten them. They are not merely bricks and stones, but the aura of an eternal empire. Those castles are more than just architecture. They represent an eternal yearning to transform these places into unreal places. From sacred rivers where incense smoke mingles with the sound of temple bells where the past never fades. So if you're not in a hurry, please take your time and stay with us. We will explore the most beautiful ancient structures, where the boundary between reality and myth becomes more blurred than ever. Shwedagon, Pagoda, Myanmar. The first and most striking feature is the dazzling, magnificent golden color of the main tower. This nearly 100-meter-tall pagoda is said to be covered in tens of tons of pure gold. Surrounding the main stupa are hundreds of smaller stupas and Buddha statues, creating a Buddhist city on Senso-ji Hill. Every detail holds profound meaning, reflecting the worldview and Buddhist beliefs of the Myanmar people. According to legend, Shwedagon is over 2,500 years old, built during the time of Buddha. After the Buddha attained enlightenment, two Mon merchant brothers, Tafusa and Balaka, came to offer him honey cakes. Himeji Castle, Japan. Recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site and a National Treasure of Japan, it is located in Himeji City. One of Japan's most famous castles, and a spectacular symbol of the pinnacle of Japanese castle architecture and technology. Also known as White Crane Castle, because its shape resembles a white heron spreading its wings. Himeji Castle will amaze all who visit with its pristine white exterior, winding paths, and intricately carved interior. Beyond its beauty, Himeji also holds significant history and stories about the people who have lived here for centuries. Furthermore, Himeji Castle became an impregnable fortress with revolutionary warfare and defense technology for its time. My Son Sanctuary, Vietnam. It is surrounded by majestic natural wonders. From the moment visitors set foot here, they feel a rare and profound sacred atmosphere. This is a place for religious ceremonies and worship of the supreme god Shiva, and also the burial place of kings and priests. The temples and towers were built with bright red fired bricks stacked tightly together without any visible mortar. To this day, scientists still debate the type of binding material the ancient Chams used. Prambanan Temple, Indonesia. Built in the 10th century, this is the largest temple complex dedicated to Shiva in Indonesia. Located at the center of the final concentric square are 3 temples adorned with reliefs illustrating the Ramayana epic. The Prambanan Temple complex includes the Prambanan Temple, Sewu Temple, Bubra Temple, and Lumbung Temple. All of the aforementioned temples form the Prambanan Archaeological Park and were built during the Sailendra dynasty. This complex is located on the border between the provinces of Yogyakarta and Central Java on the island of Java. While Loro Jonggrang, dating from the 9th century, is a superb example of Hindu religious relief, Sewu, Mogao Caves, China. Also known as Thousand Buddha Caves, located near Dunhuang City, it is a UNESCO World Cultural Heritage and one of the largest and most important Buddhist art treasures in the world. According to legend, a monk named Lak Thom saw a brilliant golden light flashing from the cliff, and thousands of Buddhas appeared. He was inspired by this vision to carve the first cave. Over the next 1,000 years, monks, wealthy merchants, officials, and even royalty sponsored the construction and decoration of the caves. It is more than just a religious site. It is a mirror of the Silk Road and the cultural exchange between East and West. Khiva, Uzbekistan. It possesses a very distinct architectural style and color, different from Samarkand or Bukhara. The towering sandy yellow terracotta walls create an almost impenetrable fortress. When the afternoon sun bathes these walls in its light, they emit a brilliant, magical golden glow. With its dense layers of turquoise and dark blue glazed tiles, the short, stout tower must be the tallest in Central Asia. It was left unfinished due to the mysterious death of the Khan, and it is this very incompleteness that gives it its unique beauty. The tranquility in the early morning and late at night when the crowds have dispersed transforms this place into a true sanctuary. Angkor Wat, Cambodia. One of the ultimate symbols of Khmer civilization at the pinnacle of the world's largest religious structure. Built by King Suryavarman II between 1113–1150, Angkor was originally a temple to the non-Buddhist god Vishnu. In 1177, Angkor was attacked by Champa troops on the Tonle Sap River, sacking the Cham king. This was one of the largest riverine sea wars in medieval Southeast Asia. Angkor Wat is more than a monument. It is a reminder of the transience of empires. The Great Wall of China. With its overwhelming scale, there are no words to describe this structure. It stretches over 21,000 kilometers through rugged mountains, deserts, and plains. Before there was a unified Great Wall, the vassal states during the spring and autumn period, warring states period, began to build individual walls to protect their territories from neighboring states and northern tribes. Qin Shi Huang, after unifying China, ordered the connection and reinforcement of the existing sections of the wall. The main purpose was to protect the new empire from the invasion of the Xiongnu. Polonnaruwa, Sri Lanka. It was the second capital of Sri Lanka after Anuradhapura was destroyed in 993. This area includes, alongside other structures, Brahmanical architecture built by the Chola dynasty. In 993, Anuradhapura, Sri Lanka's first glorious capital, was moved to Polonnaruwa by Chola invaders from South India. After more than 70 years of rule, the Chola were finally driven out by the Sinhalese king Vijayabahudura in 1073. Finally, Polonnaruwa fell into ruin when the capital was moved south to a safer location near present-day Colombo. Ayutthaya, ancient city, Thailand. The name originates from the city of Ayodhya in the epic Ramayana, the capital of the Ayutthaya kingdom. For nearly 417 glorious years, this city was one of the world's largest commercial and cultural centers. Located on a natural island surrounded by 3 major rivers, Ayutthaya was protected and became a bustling trading port. Famous for its towering pagodas and temples symbolizing the peaks of Mount Meru in Buddhist philosophy. The climax of the story is the event of the capital being invaded and destroyed by the Burmese army in 1767. Many precious Buddha statues were beheaded, creating a tragic and haunting image of a fallen empire. Persepolis, ancient city, Iran. Founded by Darius I in 518 BC, Persepolis was once the capital of the Achaemenid Empire. The city was built on a vast, semi-man-made, semi-natural site, where the king drew inspiration from Mesopotamian models. The importance and quality of the massive ruins make it a unique archaeological site. Renowned as a jewel of the Achaemenid architectural complex for its architecture, construction technology, and artistry. The city's vast terrace was begun around 518 BC by Darius the Great, king of the Achaemenid Empire. On this terrace, successive kings built a series of palaces with stunning architecture. Bagan Temple Complex, Myanmar. It is one of the most spectacular Buddhist landscapes in the world, recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2019. Standing on this arid plain, natural wonders rises from the ground with thousands of red brick structures. At its peak, it is estimated that more than 10,000 religious structures were built across an area of 104 square kilometers. Bagan's prosperity began with King Anarata, considered the founder of what is now the Myanmar Empire. Buddhist tradition holds that building temples brings blessings to the afterlife. It was this belief that motivated kings, nobles, and wealthy commoners to pour their fortunes into building thousands of religious structures. Pashupatinath Temple, Nepal. Located on the banks of the sacred Bagmati River, it is the most revered Hindu temple in Nepal. The most important festival held here is Shivaratri, or Night of Shiva, when devotees and pilgrims from all over Nepal Another sacred occasion when devotees visit the shrine in large numbers is Tej in mid-September. The entire temple complex and surrounding areas transformed into a sea of red as women don their red bridal saris. The shrine is equally crowded with devotees every 2 weeks on the 11th day of the lunar month, known as Ekadashi. Taj Mahal, India. A massive mausoleum of white marble built in Agra between 1631 and 1648. The Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan's tribute to his beloved wife is one of the masterpieces admired worldwide. Located on the right bank of the Yamuna River, within a large Mughal garden in the state of Uttar Pradesh. The complex was built by Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan in memory of his late wife Mumtaz Mahal, beginning in 1632. The mosque guest house and main gate are located on the south side, while the outer courtyard and corridors were added later. Gyeongbokgung Palace, South Korea. It is a majestic ballad about the rise, glory, and trials of the Joseon dynasty, which lasted over 500 years. The name Gyeongbokgung means palace blessed brilliantly by heaven. The palace was built according to traditional feng shui principles, with the majestic Bugaksan mountain as its backdrop. The combination of natural beauty and man-made architecture creates a perfect balance. Built shortly after the Joseon dynasty was established by King Taejo, it was the first and grandest legal palace. During the Battle of Imjin, Wairan Gyeongbokgung was completely burned down. Forbidden City, China. It is not merely a palace, but also a natural wonder that embodies the absolute power and mandate of heaven of the Chinese emperor. Originating from the Z-Way star, the constellation believed to be the abode of the Jade Emperor in the celestial realm. The emperor, who was considered the son of heaven, had to reside in a corresponding place on earth. This was forbidden territory. No one was allowed to enter without the emperor's permission. Only members of the royal family eunuchs and palace maids were allowed inside, creating an air of mystery. Built starting in 1406, during the reign of Emperor Ming Chengzu-ju-di, it is the largest wooden palace complex in the world. Angkor Thom Temple, Cambodia. This walled city was the center of a massive construction program initiated by King Jayavarman VII. Angkor Thom spans an area of 9 square kilometers and was built in the late 12th century and abandoned in the 16th century. This was the center of a massive construction program initiated by the king. Built by King Jayavarman VII, this was the centerpiece of a massive construction program initiated by the king. However, King Jayavarman VII was not the builder of the first structures found at Angkor Thom. Within the towering walls behind the magnificent gates lies a place that has witnessed over 500 years of history. Hoi An, ancient town, Vietnam. From the 15th to the 17th centuries, Hoi An was the largest international port in Southeast Asia. Here, the Japanese built temples, and the Chinese established 5 magnificent assembly halls. Not because it is as grand as Hanoi, not as vibrant as Saigon, but because it is beautiful in a very nice and very human way. Here, people still live in the old houses, still keeping the soul that many other cities have lost. In the evening, with thousands of lanterns lit at the same time, the Huai River reflects 2 overlapping skies. Recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site, its architecture exhibits a blend of local and foreign influences. Jiuzhaigou. Valley, China. Not only is it a nature reserve, it is also a UNESCO-recognized world, cultural and natural heritage. The lake water only crystal clear, but also emerald green blue, depending on the depth mineral content and sunlight. This phenomenon is due to the deposition of high levels of calcium carbonate in the water, along with plants at the bottom of the lake. Legend has it that a beautiful Tibetan goddess named Semu gave a precious mirror to her lover Daja. Tibetans believe that these lakes were created by goddesses and mountain spirits, so this place has a deep spiritual spirit. When looking down at the bottom of Kawah Ijen Blue Fire in Indonesia, located in the easternmost part of Java Island in East Java Province, Indonesia. It is part of the majestic Ijen volcanic complex. The blue flame you see is not lava, but the result of sulfur gas spewing from fissures at temperatures above 360 degrees Celsius. When exposed to oxygen-rich air, SO2 gas burns and produces a cobalt blue flame. That glows intensely in the dark. The lake contains extremely high levels of aluminum and iron, creating an unmistakable emerald green. Bukhara, ancient city, Uzbekistan. Located on the Silk Road, with a history spanning over 2,000 years, it is a perfect example of a medieval Central Asian city. Notable monuments include the famous tomb of Ismail Samani, a masterpiece of 10th century Islamic architecture. Bukhara has long been an important economic and cultural center in Central Asia. It was a major Islamic cultural center for centuries and became a large cultural center of the Caliphate Empire. Except for a few important relics from before the Mongol invasions under Genghis Khan in 1220 and Timur in 1370. The old town still retains traces of urban planning and architecture from the Shaybani period under Uzbek rule. Komodo National Park in not your average national park. It's another planet crammed into 3 main islands and dozens of islets. This is the only place on Earth where the last Komodo dragon still lives and hunts like in prehistoric times. Until 1910, when a Dutch lieutenant heard locals talk about land crocodiles and decided to go verify. He hunted and brought back the body, and the scientific world officially discovered this species in 1912. In addition, this island is also one of the most beautiful coral ecosystems on the planet. It is a vivid reminder the ancient city of Petra, Jordan. An ancient city, the center of an Arab kingdom. During the Greek and Roman periods, its ruins lie in southwestern Jordan. The city was built on a flat piece of land divided from east to west by Wadi Musa. One of the places where, according to legend, the Israeli leader Moses struck a rock and water gushed forth. The valley is surrounded by sandstone cliffs with streaks of red and purple interspersed with pale yellow. The Greek name Petra likely replaced the biblical name Sela. Remains from the Paleolithic and Neolithic periods have been discovered, indicating that the Edomites were known to have lived there around 1200 AD. Mukong Chai, Vietnam. Every September. October. The whole valley suddenly turns into a giant golden painting. It is the season of flooding and ripe rice. On the hundreds of years old terraced fields of the Hmong and Thai people. Seen from above, they curve along the mountainside with a slope that creates soft curves like the fingerprints of gods. The Hmong people spent hundreds of years using their bare hands to dig rocks and carry water down from the mountain tops to create a miraculous irrigation system. Until now, Many villages still Taktsong Palphug Monastery, Bhutan. Located in the Paro district, the monastery is one of the holiest pilgrimage sites in the Himalayas. Taktsong is perched on a cliff 800 meters above the valley and is 2,950 meters above sea level. The legend of Taktsong begins in 747 AD, when Guru Padmasambhava chose a cave on a steep cliff to meditate. According to legend, the tigress was actually Yeshe Chogyal, who transformed himself into a fearsome animal to subdue the spirits. It is also said that a tigress carried Guru Rinpoche on her back from Singyedzong in eastern Bhutan to Taktsong. Mahabalipuram Temple, India. As a UNESCO World Heritage Site, it is a complex of diverse structures dating from the 7th to 8th centuries AD. Initially, the Pallava artisans created cave temples, but later they moved on to carving monolithic temples. Most famous are the 5 chariots, each temple carved from a single block of granite. The sophistication and diversity of Dravidian temple architecture are fully displayed here. The highlight is the Seaside Temple, one of the earliest and oldest rock-structured temples in South India. Built during the reign of King Narasimhavarman II, this temple stands proudly against the erosion of sea winds and ocean waves. The ancient city of Sigiriya, Sri Lanka. The ruins of the capital built by the tyrannical king who murdered his own father lie atop steep slopes. A series of corridors and staircases jut out from the mouth of a giant brick lion and lead into the archaeological site. Today you can climb 1,270 steps to admire the well-preserved ruins of Sigiriya. It is highly likely that the area surrounding Sigiriya has been inhabited since prehistoric times. There is clear evidence that many caves and rock shelters in the vicinity were used by monks as early as the 3rd century. The earliest evidence of human habitation at Sigiriya is the Aligala Cave on the eastern side of the Sigiriya rock formation. Anuradhapura, Sri Lanka. This sacred city was built around a branch from the tree of enlightenment, the fig tree of Buddha. Introduced by Sanghamitra, the founder of a Buddhist order of nuns in the 3rd century BC. Anuradhapura, the political and religious capital of Sri Lanka, which flourished for 1,300 years, was abandoned in 993. Hidden in the jungle for many years, the magnificent site with its palaces, monasteries, and monuments has now reopened. Today, some sites are still used as sacred places and shrines. Regular rituals give Anuradhapura a vibrant energy. Hue, former imperial capital, Vietnam. Hue is a living museum of Vietnamese history, a quiet and profound note on the tourist map. If Hanoi has the beauty of 1,000 years of civilization, and Saigon is the vibrant modernity, then Hue is the nostalgic heart of the nation. This is the pinnacle of Nguyen Dynasty royal architecture. The imperial citadel is a wonder of planning and military and civil architecture. It clearly shows the influence of feng shui and Eastern philosophy, with the works arranged harmoniously. The mausoleums are not only resting places, but also masterpieces, combining the quintessence of Vietnamese architecture. Gokayama Ancient Villages, Japan. The most striking feature of Gokayama is its Gasho-zukuri architecture. The name Gasho refers to the steep thatched roof that resembles two hands clasped together in prayer. The extremely steep slope is designed to help snow slide off easily during winters, with snowfall reaching 2 to 3 meters. The roof is secured with ropes instead of nails, showcasing a unique traditional construction technique. According to legend, after their defeat in the war, the remaining warriors of the Taira clan fled to this remote mountainous region. Although the history is unclear, the name remains associated with the land, giving rise to a romantic and tragic story. Kinkaku-ji, Golden Temple, Japan. Different from the quiet, rustic beauty often seen in Japan, the Golden Temple chooses absolute ostentation. The entire upper 2 floors are covered in gold leaf, creating a mesmerizing reflection on the Kinkaku-ji pond. The temple was originally a vacation villa for Shogun Ashikaga Yoshimitsu. He wanted to build a place that would demonstrate his supreme power, a place that even emperors would respect. It became the inspiration for the classic novel The Golden Temple, turning Kinkaku-ji into a natural wonders symbol of beauty. The four entrances symbolize a welcoming atmosphere for people of all backgrounds, faiths, and social classes. Mysore Palace, India. Designed by the British architect Henry Irwin, the palace, completed in 1912, is a harmonious blend of Hindu and Islamic architecture. The contrast between the smooth gray granite and the deep pink marble arches creates a powerful visual impact. In particular, atop the central arch is a statue of the goddess Gajalakshmi, with an elephant facing the sacred Chamundi hill. The original palace, built primarily of wood, was struck by lightning in 1638 and then destroyed by Tipu Sultan in 1793. Each time it was rebuilt, but the curse of fire seems to persist. Ho Dynasty Citadel, Vietnam. What makes Ho Dynasty Citadel unique is its building material. It was constructed entirely from large blocks of stone. They were intricately carved and stacked on top of each other without mortar, a remarkable technique for the time. Huge blocks of stone, some weighing up to 26 tons, were transported and installed to create a wall approximately 10 meters high. Amazingly, this monumental project, with its enormous workload, was completed in just 3 months. The citadel was built when Ho Quy Lai was still a powerful minister of the Tran dynasty before the capital was moved here. Kek Lok Si Temple, Malaysia. For Malaysians, Kek Lok Si Temple is considered the most sacred temple in the country. Up to now, Kek Lok Si Pagoda is about 130 years old. The pagoda is said to have been officially built from 1890 to 1905. The architecture of the pagoda was built with inspiration from many different countries. The seven-story tower has an octagonal base in Chinese style. The middle floors of the pagoda are inspired by Thailand. The design above is covered by a Chinese-style roof with dozens of majestic pillars that will overwhelm visitors. Red Fort, India. A symbol of power and beauty, the Red Fort was once the heart of Shah Jahanabad. Shah Jahan decided to relocate the royal court and ordered the construction of the Red Fort as his magnificent new residence. It had served as the residence of Mughal emperors for nearly 200 years. This architectural marvel, named after its towering red sandstone walls, forms part of the vast heritage complex, the Red Fort Complex. The palace's design draws inspiration from Islamic tradition, but each chamber showcases a unique blend of Mughal architecture. The ancient city of Sana'a, Yemen. Nestled in a high mountain valley of Yemen, it is more than just a city. It is a magnificent living museum. What sets Sana'a apart is its unique architectural style, unlike anywhere else. These towering houses, some reaching up to 7 stories, were constructed of mud bricks and adorned with intricate details. They are an extraordinary testament to ancient construction techniques, a skill on the verge of extinction. Yemenis proudly recount that the city was built by Shem, one of the sons of the prophet Noah. Meenakshi Temple, Madurai, India, is a temple complex in Madurai, Tamil Nadu, India, believed to have originally dated from the 4th century AD. According to Hindu legend, Lord Shiva came to Madurai in the form of Sundareswarar to marry Meenakshi, daughter of the Pandya king. The massive temple is surrounded by high walls leading to soaring gopura, or gateway towers. Inside are colonnades, mandapas, a sacred pool, smaller shrines, and in the middle are the shrines of Sundareswarar and Meenakshi. The temple is located in a separate compound where the image of Sundareswarar is brought every night from its own shrine. Namdaemun Gate, South Korea. Sungyamun, also known as Sungyamun Gate, is not just a simple city gate. It is Korea's #1 national treasure. Built in 1398 during the reign of King Taejo, it is the main south gate and the largest castle gate. The name Sungyamun reflects profound Confucian thought. It also carries feng shui significance, protecting the capital from misfortune. With its sturdy stone base and magnificent two-story wooden tower, it was once the oldest wooden structure in Seoul. This city gate has stood tall, witnessing the ups and downs of Seoul over 6 centuries. Ajanta Caves, India. The earliest Buddhist cave structures in Ajanta date from the 2nd and 1st centuries BCE. During the Gupta period, more elaborately decorated caves were added to the original complex. The paintings and sculptures of Ajanta, considered masterpieces of Buddhist religious art, have had a significant artistic influence. The Ajanta caves were excavated from a sheer cliff face above the left bank of the Waghora River in the Ajanta Hills. There are a total of 30 caves, including unfinished ones, of which 5 are Chaitya Griha, and the rest are Sangharama or Vihara. Sukhothai, ancient city, Thailand. Considered the first independent Thai nation to break free from the influence of the Khmer Empire. This event holds immense significance, marking the formation of a distinct political and cultural identity. Under the reigns of great kings such as Pho Kun Ramkhamhaeng the Great, the kingdom flourished. He is revered as the creator of the Thai script and the founder of Theravada Buddhism as the state religion. It was during this period that the renowned Sukhothai style emerged, particularly in Buddhist architecture and Buddha sculpture. Banawa Rice Terraces, Philippines. Dubbed the 8th wonder of the world. It is a living testament to the ingenuity and perseverance of the ancient Mogao people. The first thing that strikes is their enormous scale carved into the mountainside of Ifugao Province, Philippines. These fields form a system of terraces so long and high that if placed end to end, they could wrap around half the globe. According to Ifugao tradition, the rice terraces date back between 2,000 and 6,000 years. They were built by the ancestors of the indigenous Ifugao, a tribe that thrived in the Cordillera Mountains. Ban Joc, Ditian Falls, Vietnam, China. It is one of the most beautiful cross-border waterfalls in the world, and also the largest cross-border waterfall in Asia. Located right on the Vietnam-China border, in the territory of two communes, Dam Tui and Din Phong, and Dai Tan district. Currently, the waterfall looks like two waterfalls, but when the river water rises due to summer rains, it forms one waterfall. The falls can be visited at any time of year, but the best time is September. The Bromo Teru National Park, Indonesia. Indonesia is a 5,250-hectare volcanic desert surrounded by giant caldera cliffs, 600 meters high. The active volcano sits in the middle of the sand sea, spewing white smoke 20 24/7, like a giant furnace of the earth. Temperatures at the top of Mount Bromo range from 518 degrees Celsius, and to the south of the national park is a rolling plateau. It is divided by valleys and dotted with several beautiful lakes that stretch to the foot of Mount Semeru. The local people, mainly the indigenous Tengur, Chocolate Hills, Philippines. The most striking feature is the almost perfect shape of about 1,268 to 1,007 76 conical or pyramidal hills spread over an area of 50 square kilometers. Their symmetry and large number create a surreal landscape almost unbelievable to be created by nature, with the lush green grass covering the hills, turning dark brown, reminiscent of giant stacked kisses. Chocolates, famous for the story of two giants who fought each other for days when they left behind these hills as the battlefield. As one of the most visited tourist destinations in the Philippines, it plays an important role in the economy of Bohol Province. Dead Sea, Israel. It is the lowest point on the planet's land surface, lying well below sea level. creating a feeling of both grandeur and isolation. With nearly 10 times the concentration of salt and minerals than the ocean, the water density is so great you cannot sink. The most notable story was the discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls in the late 1940s in caves near Khirbet Qumran. These scrolls contain religious texts that make the Dead Sea a highly valued spiritual and academic site. It also features a section of the story about Lot's wife, who looked back at the two cities being El Nido, Philippines. More than just a destination. It is a profound experience of the pristine and majestic beauty of nature. If Vietnam's Ha Long Bay watercolor painting, then El Nido is a limestone sculpture carved by wind, water, and time. The name El Nido in Spanish means the bird's nest. A story that comes from the history of the place itself. The area's towering limestone cliffs are home to swiftlets, whose nests are collected by local people from these craggy cliffs for sale. El Nido became internationally famous in the 1980s and 90s. Derwiz Gas Crater, Turkmenistan. Also known as Hell's Gate, or Hell's Gate, is a burning natural gas field that collapsed into a cave near Darvaza, Turkmenistan. Hundreds of natural gas flames illuminate the floor and rim of the crater, which has been burning since 1971. Located about 260 kilometers north of Ashgabat, the capital of Turkmenistan, the crater is 60-70 meters in diameter and about 30 meters deep. Standing at the edge of a blazing volcano, watching the flames dance Enshi, Grand Canyon, China. located in Enshi County, Hubei Province, China. It is not only a scenic spot, but also an international wonder. What makes Enshi different from the Grand Canyon in the U.S. or other canyons is the presence of vertical limestone columns. The landscape here is described as a perfect of the majestic, rugged beauty of the mountains and the softness of the geologically Enshi is a natural laboratory that demonstrates the karst weathering and erosion process that has lasted for millions of years. It gives people a sense of awe and insignificance before the power of nature. Banawa Rice Terrace Fanjingshan, China. Located in Tongren City, Guizhou Province, East China, about 240 kilometers from Guiyang and 220 kilometers from Zhangjiajie. The primeval vegetation is the main feature of Mount Fanjing, with towering mountains peaks that follow each other. Besides, it is a sacred Buddhist site, and many Buddhists believe that Fanjingshan is a place where people can attain spiritual enlightenment. It is notable for its exceptional richness in mosses, flaming cliffs. Mongolia. The sandstone and mud cliffs take on a brilliant orange-red hue, especially at the sinking sunlight hits the surface, making the cliffs appear to glow, creating a magical dramatic and unforgettable scene. This is the result of millions of years of sediment deposition. And strong erosion by the Gobi Desert winds. Famous for the story. In the 1920s, American explorer and paleontologist Roy Chapman Andrews led expeditions here. Tourists come here not only to sightsee, but also to set foot on the very place where scientists have excavated evidence. Guruma. Fairy chimneys. Turkey. They are formed from soft volcanic lava eroded by wind and water, leaving behind towering conical columns of rock. The contrast in color and shape between the valleys creates a great natural sculpture. Originally, these soft stone chimneys were easy living places for local people who carved deep into the stone pillars to create houses. Inside the fairy chimneys and the large stone blocks, they built dozens of churches and monasteries decorated with frescoes. These frescoes are not only works of art, but also invaluable documents of their lives and beliefs. Kek Lok Si, Malaysia. For Malaysians, Kek Lok Si Temple is considered the most sacred temple in the country. Up to now, Kek Lok Si Pagoda is about 130 years old. The pagoda is said to have been officially built from 1890, 1905. The architecture of the pagoda was built with inspiration from many different countries. The 7-story tower has an octagonal base in Chinese style. The middle floors of the pagoda are inspired by Thailand. famous for the Kek Lok Pagoda, with a nearly 40-meter-high statue of Kwan Am. The design above is covered by a Chinese-style roof with dozens of majestic pillars that will overwhelm visitors. Hang Batu, Malaysia. Batu Caves is a limestone mountain that is about 400 million years old. However, what makes this place immortal in the hearts of tourists is the fusion of rock and Hindu architecture. The giant statue of Lord Murugan is 42.7 meters high and is painted with 300 liters of pure gold paint. The 272 rainbow steps transformed Batu from a quiet religious site to a global Instagram icon in 2018. From a distance, it resembles a multicolored ribbon leading from the earthly realm to the divine. Few people know that before becoming a holy land, this was a shelter for the Orang Asli tribe and then a mining site for agriculture. Kinkaku-ji, Golden Temple, Japan. Different from the quiet, rustic beauty often seen in Japan, the Golden Temple chooses absolute ostentation. The entire upper 2 floors are covered in gold leaf, creating a mesmerizing reflection on the Kinkaku-ji pond. The temple was originally a vacation villa for Shogun Ashikaga Yoshimitsu. He wanted to build a place that would demonstrate his supreme power, a place that even emperors would respect. It became the inspiration for the classic novel The Golden Temple, turning Kinkaku-ji into a natural wonder symbol of beauty. Kiyomizu-dera, Temple, Japan. An incredible feat of engineering the stage is supported by hundreds of tall, sturdy wooden columns stacked on top of each other. What makes it great is that it was built without using any nails, relying only on traditional Japanese wood joint techniques. Perched precariously on the slopes of Mount Ottawa, the shrine's veranda offers a breathtaking panoramic view of Kyoto. This is an ideal place to admire the changing scenery of the seasons, especially the fiery red of maple leaves in autumn. During the Edo period, there was a folk belief that if a person jumped from a height of 13 meters and survived, their wish would come true. Although this act was banned, it partly reflected the absolute faith and courage of the people in the sacredness of the shrine. Todaiji Temple, Japan. It is one of the most famous and historically significant temples in Japan, and is a historical site of Nara. The temple was built in 752 and is the main temple of all provincial Buddhist temples. Until recently, the main hall of Todaiji Temple, the Daibutsudan, held the record as the world's largest wooden structure. This massive structure houses one of the largest bronze Buddha statues in Japan. The 15-meter-tall seated Buddha represents Vairocana Buddha and is flanked by two bodhisattvas. Along the temple entrance is the Nandaimon Gate, a large wooden gate guarded by two statues representing the Neo-Guardian Kings. Itsukushima Shinto, Torii Gate, Japan. It was built far from the shore on mudflats, creating a stunning optical illusion that it is floating on the water at high tide. The current gate, rebuilt for the 8th time in 1875, is approximately 16.6 meters high. It is held in place not by being buried in the ground, but by its own gravity and reinforced crossbeams. Itsukushima Shrine was first built in 593 AD. However, it reached its peak of glory and took the form we see today, thanks to the patronage of Taira no Kiyomori in 1168. Forbidden City, China. It is the world's largest preserved wooden palace complex with a staggering 980 buildings. The architecture strictly adheres to traditional feng shui and ritual principles. In ancient Chinese astronomy, the constellation Zi-Wei was considered the center of the sky, the residence of the Emperor of Heaven. The Chinese emperor considered himself the son of heaven and the incarnation of the heavenly emperor on earth. The story begins at the beginning of the Ming Dynasty. Emperor Yongle, after usurping the throne of his nephew Emperor Jianwen, decided to move the capital from Nanjing to his hometown. Temple of Heaven, China. Known as a beautiful architectural complex, a masterpiece of landscape design and cosmological symbol of ancient China. The design of the Temple of Heaven illustrates simply and clearly the philosophy of heaven and earth in harmony. The main structures, such as Ki Nien Palace and Huan Kao Dan, are circular, symbolizing heaven. Built between 1406 and 1420, during the reign of Emperor Yongle of the Ming Dynasty. Originally named Tian Di Tan, it was later split into Tian Tan and Di Tan during the Jiajing Emperor's reign. In ancient Chinese concept, the emperor was considered the son of heaven, the representative of the supreme power of heaven. This is the most famous building with 3 jade green roofs symbolizing the sky. Hanging Monastery, China. Perched on a steep cliff, 75 meters above ground, the Hanging Temple near Datong is one of China's architectural marvels. This is the only temple in China that combines Buddhism, Taoism, and Confucianism under the same roof. For the monks who lived here, it offered solitude and spiritual focus away from the noise of the world. For builders using stone as hidden fulcrums, hourglass-shaped holes, then hammered in crossbeams. Climbing the Hanging Temples is more than just a tour, it's an adventure. As you walk up the narrow wooden steps and planks on the cliffside, you'll be surrounded by ancient halls suspended in mid-air. Bulguksa Temple, South Korea. The current temple was started by Prime Minister Kim De-seong in 751. It is said that he built Bulguksa to pray for his parents in this life, and at the same time built Seokguram Grotto to pray for their souls. The overall design of the temple was built to simulate natural wonders, an ideal Buddhist realm on earth. Major areas such as Daeungjeon and Gyeongbokgung represent different Buddhist realms, reflecting Sila's complex Buddhist cosmology. Bulguksa is home to many treasures, including 2 famous stone pagodas and 2 beautiful gilded bronze Buddha statues. Haedong-yeonggungsa, South Korea. This is definitely one of Busan's top temples and is on my top 50 things to do in Busan list. Haedong-yeonggungsa Temple is famous for its picturesque seaside location and is also an ideal destination to watch the sunrise. The temple is also a particularly famous spot when the cherry blossoms bloom around April and on Buddha's birthday. Although popular with tourists recently, this temple has a long history, starting in 1376 during the Goryeo dynasty. Originally called Boman Temple and dedicated to Gwanseum Bosal, the goddess of mercy, whose large statue you can see there today. It was not until 1974 that Boman Temple was renamed Haedong-yeonggungsa, which means Korean Dragon Palace Temple. Jade Buddha Temple, China. Curved tiled roofs, red-painted wooden pillars, and intricate carvings make visitors feel like they are lost in a separate historical space. Famous for the reclining statue of Buddha Sakyamuni entering nirvana, representing the moment Buddha entered nirvana. The temple's survival through many historical events demonstrates the enduring spiritual strength of the Buddhist community in China. It invites us to temporarily put aside the hustle and bustle of life and admire the beauty of jade sculpture. A destination that both devotees and tourists who love history and architecture cannot miss. Golden Temple, Harmandir Sahib, India. Famous for its magnificent gilded architecture, deep spiritual significance, and a massive free community kitchen. Built by Guru Arjan, this kitchen features exquisite marble surrounded by the sacred Amrit Sarovar lake. The architecture is a fusion of Mughal and Rajput styles, with the distinctive gold coating added by Maharaja Ranjit Singh. The temple itself is located on a small island in the middle of a tank or lake called Amrita Saras. The first Harmandir Sahib was built in 1604 by Arjan, the fifth Sikh Guru. He also built entrances on all four sides, signifying that it was open to worshippers of all castes and creeds. Akshardham Temple, India. Built entirely of Italian marble and pink sandstone from Rajasthan, without using a single steel bar or reinforcement. This was a huge engineering challenge, representing a return to ancient Indian temple building methods. Thousands of artisans hand-carve more than 20,000 gods, animals, patterns, and musicians, where every square centimeter tells a story. The temple was started on the wish of Pramukh Swami Maharaj, who inspired thousands of volunteers to fund this huge project. Despite being a structure of scale and complexity that rivals ancient wonders, it took just 5 years to complete. This is a testament to dedication and excellent project management, in stark contrast to many other natural wonders temples. Meenakshi Temple, India. Is a temple complex in Madurai, Tamil Nadu, India, believed to have originally dated from the 4th century AD. According to Hindu legend, Lord Shiva came to Madurai in the form of Sundareswarar to marry Meenakshi, daughter of the Pandya king. The massive temple is surrounded by high walls leading to soaring gopura, or gateway towers. Inside are colonnades, mandapas, a sacred pool, smaller shrines, and in the middle are the shrines of Sundareswarar and Meenakshi. The temple is located in a separate compound where the image of Sundareswarar is brought every night from its own shrine. Khajuraho Temples, India. Built by the Chandela dynasty from the 9th to the 11th centuries, it is the pinnacle of North Indian temple architecture. The temples are characterized by their vertical structure rising high with curved pyramidal towers. The arrangement of the chambers creates a clearly oriented pilgrimage experience. What makes Khajuraho famous is the richness and boldness of its exterior sculptures. They depict daily life gods and heroes, battle scenes, music, and most famously, erotica. The blend of solemn spiritual imagery and images expressing worldly desires is most shocking. Lotus Temple, India. A powerful testament to the beauty and power of spiritual architecture. Upon closer inspection, the temple's striking lotus shape stands out against the lush greenery surrounding it. The pure white marble shines in the sunlight, truly an incredible work of art. The Lotus Temple, also known as the Mashrikal Adkar, opened to the public in December 1986. Like all Baha'i houses of worship, the Lotus Temple welcomes everyone regardless of religion or any other criteria. Brihadisvara Temple, India. Also known as Rajarajeshwari, it is more than just a temple. It is a symbol of power and the pinnacle of engineering of the Chola dynasty. Instead of a larger gopuram, the highlight here is the Vimana, which stands 66 meters high. This towering tower, built entirely of granite, set a new standard for later temples. The entire temple was built from thousands of tons of granite. Amazingly, there were no granite quarries in the area. This meant that the huge blocks of stone had to be transported from dozens of kilometers away. Pura Besaki, Indonesia. It is known as the Mother Temple of Bali and is the most important and sacred religious center for Balinese Hindus. Located at an altitude of about 1,000 meters on the southwestern slope of Mount Agung, the most sacred mountain on the island. This location not only offers majestic natural scenery, but also emphasizes the spiritual significance of the dwelling place of the gods. This is a huge complex, including more than 80 large and small temples. The ladder arrangement from low to high symbolizes the spiritual journey from the earthly realm to the divine realm. Gokayama Ancient Villages, Japan. The most striking feature of Gokayama is its Gasho-zukuri architecture. The name Gasho refers to the steep thatched roof that resembles two hands clasped together in prayer. The extremely steep slope is designed to help snow slide off easily during winters, with snowfall reaching 2 to 3 meters. The roof is secured with ropes instead of nails, showcasing a unique traditional construction technique. According to legend, after their defeat in the war, the remaining warriors of the Taira clan fled to this remote mountainous region. Although the history is unclear, the name remains associated with the land, giving rise to a romantic and tragic story. Buddhanath Stupa, Nepal. It is a cosmic symbol built with bricks and mortar standing in front of it. You will feel the undeniable majesty. The design of the stupa represents a three-dimensional mandala from the base, the giant white hemisphere, the 13-stepped tower. The most prominent feature is the omniscient Buddha eyes painted on the quadrilateral tower. They look out in 4 directions, not only as a symbol of enlightenment, but also as a reminder of awakening and compassion. The most popular legend tells of a poor widow named Jadzima, who saved up money to buy land and build the stupa. This is a story about the power of personal belief and the accumulation of merit, regardless of social status. Pashupatinath, Nepal. Located on the eastern outskirts of Kathmandu, it is the holiest site in Nepal. The temple is dedicated to the Hindu god Shiva in the form of Pashupati, the protector of all living things. Religious activity has existed here since at least the 5th century BC, although the oldest recorded temple dates back to 400 AD. The original buildings, mainly wooden, were eaten away by termites and were replaced by stone structures in the 15th century AD. The highlight of this modern natural wonder is the 2-story gilded roof pagoda, but there are still more than 500 temples. The temple is most crowded during the Maha Shivaratri festival, held every year in February or early March to mark the onset of spring. Konark Sun Temple, India. Located on the shores of the Bay of Bengal in Odisha, it is not only a UNESCO heritage site, but also a pinnacle of artistic achievement. What makes Konark unique is that the entire temple is designed as a giant chariot. The structure is decorated with 12 pairs of intricately carved wheels, symbolizing the 12 months or 24 in the Hindu calendar. The genius touch is that the wheels are not only iconic, but also act as an accurate sundial. Visitors can easily measure the time of day just by observing the shadows cast by the axles of the wheels. Shah-i-Zinda Mausoleum, Uzbekistan. A mausoleum cemetery stretching back in time from the northeastern edge of Tamerlane's capital. This is Samarkand's most beloved site, the magnificent mausoleum street with the finest tiled floors in the Islamic world. During the 14th and 15th centuries, it developed into a place of architectural experimentation and a celebration of ceramic art. The name meaning Tomb of the Living King refers to its original deepest and most sacred shrine. The legend dates back to 676, when Kusam ibn Abbas came to convert the Zoroastrian Sogdians to Islam. Sheikh Zayed Mosque, UAE. It is more than just a place of worship. It is a legacy and a tribute to Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan. Sheikh Zayed wanted to create a structure that would unite the Muslim world and be a symbol of harmony and tolerance. Therefore, this mosque was designed to invite people of all faiths to visit and learn. Most of the church is covered with Sivek marble from Greece and Macedonia, giving it a splendid look in the sunlight. The main prayer area is covered with the world's largest hand-woven wool carpet, designed by artist Ali Khaliki. Nasir al-Mulk, Mosque, Iran. Also known as the Pink Mosque, it is the most famous landmark in Shiraz. The main attraction of the church is the prayer room, where people come to watch the sunlight shine on the mosaics. The design and atmosphere inside the church create an experience that sometimes feels as if you are lost in a kaleidoscopic world. It was built in 1888 during the Qajar dynasty by order of Iranian nobleman Mirza Hassan Ali Nasir al-Mulk. One of the highlights of the mosque is its beautiful terrace with a rectangular swimming pool. Dome of the Rock, Jerusalem. The building stands out with its magnificent gilded dome, which sits atop an octagonal structure. The combination of the yellow of the dome, the blue of the exquisite Iznik porcelain tiles, and the natural light creates a surreal beauty. The octagonal shape is a breakthrough different from traditional Roman and Byzantine churches or temples. The exterior walls are decorated with magnificent Kufic calligraphy, mostly quoting Quranic verses and religious invocations. It is a powerful statement of the presence and beauty of Islam in a religious center with a complex history. Wat Pha Sorn Kyo, Thailand. It is a Buddhist temple cum monastery built in 2004 on an 830-meter peak in Khao Khor District, Phetchabun Province. While most of the buildings in the land of golden pagodas are built like a tapering tower and are covered in sparkling gold. Wat Pha Sorn Kyo Temple attracts attention with 5 white porcelain Buddha statues placed in the highest position. In particular, these 5 Buddha statues were inspired by the image of Russian dolls, so they are placed close together in a meditative pose. On the head of the tallest Buddha statue is placed a hat to highlight the statue and show its inherent tradition. Sanctuary of Truth, Thailand. What makes this temple absolutely unique is that it is built entirely of wood and held together by traditional wooden pegs. Furthermore, it has been under continuous construction since 1981 and is still ongoing. This is a powerful reminder of the permanence of art and philosophy, even though material things can decay over time. At nearly 105 meters high, the temple dominates the coastline. This size is not only to impress, but also to contain the entire cosmology it is intended to convey. Shwedagon Pagoda, Myanmar. It is one of the tallest temples, and that makes it one of the most popular sightseeing spots in the area. According to ancient Piyu tradition, this stupa was located outside the city walls, along with 4 other pagodas, including Shwedagon. King Anarata, founder of the Bagan kingdom, built the Shwedagon Pagoda in 1057. Architecturally, the pagoda consists of a series of 5 tiers leading to a cylindrical stupa, an umbrella-shaped decorative spire known as a HTI. The original HTI was destroyed in the 1975 earthquake and still stands at the far end of the pagoda grounds. Ban Tie Srey Temple, Cambodia. The temple was built in 967 AD, quite a while older than Angkor Wat. What is special is that it was built by a Brahmin priest named Yajnavaraha, showing a deep personal dedication to Lord Shiva. This stone not only creates a warm, vibrant color, especially under the dawn or dusk light. The temple is relatively small in scale compared to other structures in the Angkor complex. This small size further highlights the meticulousness of the carvings, making it more like a holy jewel box than a fortress. Senso-ji, Japan. Among the many attractions, Senso-ji Temple stands out as the oldest temple in Tokyo, attracting about 30 million visitors each year. According to legend, 2 brothers fishing on the Sumida River caught a golden statue of Kannon, or Bodhisattva of mercy, in their nets. The local village chief, Hajino Nakatomo, had the statue enshrined, leading to the founding of the temple. Later, Tokugawa Ieyasu designated it as the guardian shrine of Edo, and during the Edo period, it developed into a popular center of worship. Today, it is still affectionately called Asakusa Kannon and loved by many believers. Haeinsa, South Korea. Located deep in Gyeosan Mountain in South Gyeongsang Province, a remote location surrounded by dense forests and majestic cliffs. Haeinsa is home to the Tripitaka Koreana, a complete set of Buddhist scriptures carved on more than 80,000 wood blocks. It was created in the 13th century during the Goryeo period to pray for the Buddha's protection against Mongol invasions. The carving of 80,000 wooden panels with each Chinese character carved with precision, accuracy, and uniformity. It is a testament to the artistry and dedication of the Goryeo craftsmen. It is a living testament to the ingenuity and perseverance of the ancient Ifugao people. The first thing that strikes is their enormous scale carved into the mountainside of Ifugao Province, Philippines. These fields form a system of terraces so long and high that if placed end to end, they could wrap around half the globe. According to Ifugao tradition, the rice terraces date back between 2,000 and 6,000 years. They were built by the ancestors of the indigenous Ifugao, a tribe that thrived in the Cordillera Mountains. The story of Banawe is the story of a people who chose to fight the rugged terrain to sustain themselves and their livelihood. It is one of the most beautiful cross-border waterfalls in the world, and also the largest cross-border waterfall in Asia. Located right on the Vietnam-China border in the territory of two communes, Dam Tui and Din Phong and Dai Tan District. Currently, the waterfall looks like two waterfalls, but when the river water rises due to summer rains, it forms one waterfall. The falls can be visited at any time of year, but the best time is September. The cascading waterfalls blend with the brilliant emerald green lake and lush green cliffs, creating a poetic scene. This is a must-see natural wonder for nature lovers, and I recommend taking a boat ride on the lake to fully appreciate its majestic beauty. Is a 5,250-hectare volcanic desert surrounded by giant caldera cliffs, 600 meters high. The active volcano sits in the middle of the sand sea, spewing white smoke 24/7 like a giant furnace of the earth. Temperatures at the top of Mount Bromo range from 518 degrees Celsius, and to the south of the national park is a rolling plateau. It is divided by valleys and dotted with several beautiful lakes that stretch to the foot of Mount Semeru. The local people, mainly the indigenous Tengur people, still maintain ancient rituals and ceremonies that are believed to bring peace. Looking at Bromo, spewing smoke, and Semeru roaring in the distance, you will understand Earth is not a peaceful planet for humans. The most striking feature is the almost perfect shape of about 1,268 to 1,776 conical or pyramidal hills spread over an area of 50 square kilometers. Their symmetry and large number create a surreal landscape, almost unbelievable to be created by nature. With the lush green grass covering the hills, turning dark brown, reminiscent of giant stacked kisses chocolates. Famous for the story of two giants who fought each other for days when they left, but left behind these hills as the battlefield. As one of the most visited tourist destinations in the Philippines, it plays an important role in the economy of Bohol Province. It offers a unique experience, especially when viewed from high observation decks. Dead Sea, Israel. It is the lowest point on the planet's land surface, lying well below sea level, creating a feeling of both grandeur and isolation. With nearly 10 times the concentration of salt and minerals than the ocean, the water density is so great you cannot sink. The most notable story was the discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls in the late 1940s in caves near Khirbet Qumran. These scrolls contain religious texts that make the Dead Sea a highly valued spiritual and academic site. It also features a section of the story about Lot's wife, who looked back at the two cities being destroyed and was turned into a pillar of salt. This legend not only adds to the drama, but also ties in mystically with the extremely salty geology of the area. El Nido, Philippines. More than just a destination, it is a profound experience of the pristine and majestic beauty of nature. If Vietnam's Ha Long Bay is a watercolor painting, then El Nido is a limestone sculpture carved by wind, water, and time. The name El Nido in Spanish means the bird's nest, a story that comes from the history of the place itself. The area's towering limestone cliffs are home to swiftlets, whose nests are collected by local people from these craggy cliffs for sale. El Nido became internationally famous in the 1980s and 1990s. Its story is one of a constant struggle between the need for tourism development and the need to preserve its pristine beauty. Derwiz Gas Crater, Turkmenistan. Also known as Hell's Gate, is a burning natural gas field that collapsed into a cave near Darvaza, Turkmenistan. Hundreds of natural gas flames illuminate the floor and rim of the crater, which has been burning since 1971. Located about 260 kilometers north of Ashgabat, the capital of Turkmenistan, the crater is 60-70 meters in diameter and about 30 meters deep. Standing at the edge of a blazing volcano, watching the flames dance across the Karakum Desert is like being transported to another world. The silence of the desert, broken only by the roar of the fire, makes it incredibly sacred and inspiring. Enshi Grand Canyon, China. Located in Enshi County, Hubei Province, China, it is not only a scenic spot, but also an international natural wonder. What makes Enshi different from the Grand Canyon in the U.S. or other canyons is the presence of vertical limestone columns. The landscape here is described as a perfect combination of the majestic, rugged beauty of the mountains and the softness of the geologically Enshi is a natural laboratory that demonstrates the karst weathering and erosion process that has lasted for millions of years. It gives people a sense of awe and insignificance before the power of nature. Fanjingshan, China. Located in Tongren City, Guizhou Province, East China, about 248 kilometers from Guiyang and 220 kilometers from Zhangjiajie. The primeval vegetation is the main feature of Mount Fanjing, with towering mountains peaks that follow each other. Besides, it is a sacred Buddhist site, and many Buddhists believe that Fanjingshan is a place where people can attain spiritual enlightenment. It is notable for its exceptional richness in mosses, with 791 species, of which 74 are endemic to China. The reserve also has one of the richest gymnosperm populations in the world, with 36 species. The mountain is steep and often shrouded in mist, making it look like a paradise floating in the clouds. Flaming Cliffs, Mongolia. The sandstone and mud cliffs take on a brilliant orange-red hue, especially at sunset. The sinking sunlight hits the surface, making the cliffs appear to glow, creating a magical, dramatic, and unforgettable scene. This is the result of millions of years of sediment deposition and strong erosion by the Gobi Desert winds. Famous for the story, in the 1920s, American explorer and paleontologist Roy Chapman Andrews led expeditions here. Tourists come here not only to sightsee, but also to set foot on the very place where scientists have excavated evidence. Occasionally, you can still see exposed rock layers, animal tracks, and even small fossil fragments lying just above the ground. Göreme, fairy chimneys, Turkey. They are formed from soft volcanic lava eroded by wind and water, leaving behind towering conical columns of rock. The contrast in color and shape between the valleys creates a great natural sculpture. Originally, these soft stone chimneys were easy living places for local people who carved deep into the stone pillars to create houses. Inside the fairy chimneys and the large stone blocks, they built dozens of churches and monasteries decorated with frescoes. These frescoes are not only works of art, but also invaluable documents of their lives and beliefs. It invites visitors not only to admire, but also to step into history, touching the walls that have witnessed thousands of years of struggle.